So we've just spoken with the ranger, got all the information about the current conditions of the trail. We've got our permits, we've got our parking pass, we're ready to get going. Last thing we got to do before we hit the trail is just gear up. We all know after a little bit of time that every pack ride's a little bit different, gear settles a little bit different, our backs are different, our legs are different. So when it comes down to it, there's a few things to consider or keep in mind when you pack it up, but otherwise you do what best rides for you, that which makes your hike that more enjoyable. When you do gear up at the store, don't forget one of the great little items to have. It's a stuff sack. All it is a bag in which you can take stuff and shrink it down to a much smaller size, giving you a little bit more space in your pack. This here is just my sleeping bag and my pillow. Cinch it down, put the lid on, and you're good to go. In essence, it comes down and looks just like this. I like to always put my sleeping bag at the bottom. All bags basically have a compartment specific for the sleeping bag, and it's one of those items that fits good low and at the bottom and kind of fills in that space. Alongside of that, almost always I put my tent at the bottom, and this is another item that allows me to just kind of fill in the space, keeps a little bit of the lighter weight at the bottom. I've got my sleeping pad that goes down there. I'll take my essential gears, all the others that can be packed up, my stove, my headlamp, my first aid kit, get that into a simple neat bag and put that towards the bottom again. Nothing there that can't get squashed. Next piece of the puzzle, as we spoke to before, your trusty water filter. That's just going to go straight into the pack at about a mid-level spot, filling in some of that space. Again, when we get all done with this pack and we put it on our back, we want it nice and tight, as close to our back as we can, with most of the weight, ideally, if you're like most people, right at the middle of your back. A couple other things I'm going to take on this trip. A camp mat. This allows me to kind of lay all my stuff out on the ground, not damage the foliage and everything else, and also keep my stuff selfishly clean. Camp gear. This is another kind of mid-weight item, goes right in the middle of your pack, and it's also something that allows you to create a little bit of a spot for other things to sit on top of. Finally, and probably one of the most important rules in camping or backpacking, is you want to put your food at the top. All of us have different choices in what we take, anything from gorp to oatmeal to, in many cases with some of my friends, cakes and pizzas. They're all available, and it's you know, the sky's the limit, so to speak. Throw in any other last minute gear like a camera, a little bit of a dry cover for rain, cinch that pack down, get it all nice and tight, get your cover lid on, make sure that's nice and tight and securely covering all aspects of your pack as it should. This helps from rain and water and any debris. This also keeps your pack from getting ripped in certain regards. And then finally, don't forget, we often change it and forget to do it each and every time we load up. Cinch up your sides. That's going to help your pack ride a lot smoother, make it for a lot better ride. It's going to allow you to do those river crossings. Of course, you're going to do river crossings with a lot more ease. That's it. Once you got it packed, let's hit the trail.